Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey, I am Shawny.
And I'm Melly Mel. Welcome to the unscripted world of Boldly Untitled, the podcast where two untitled best friends of 25 plus years dive into everything life throws their way.
Join us as we chat about relationships, friendships, sex, parenting, life struggles, and the wild journey of entrepreneurship.
Stay tuned for real talk and relatable stories because in this podcast, there are no limits and no titles, just honest, bold conversation.
Hey, Melly Mel.
Hey, Shawny, what's up?
Nothing much. I'm exhausted, and I don't even know.
What? Did you have an event this weekend?
No, did not do an event. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm so tired.
Gotta get your beauty rest in. What you mean?
Was this the weekend my child went to the second homecoming?
Yeah, Friday.
Okay, so maybe that long drawn out Friday of dealing with her, and then I worked on Saturday and Sunday, so it was just got in late, and the time change. Oh, the time change. Maybe that's playing a part.
The time change gave you extra hours, so you should be more.
But did it really give you now when I would usually typically be getting off my?
I don't know. That's what I was saying to Jay. I was like, does it really give you extra hour for real? Because
I heard that this time actually does not, because it takes an hour of daylight from you. So I heard that this is actually even though it seems like you're gaining an hour, you are losing an hour of sunlight. So it's taken from you. I remember hearing this back in the day somewhere. Let's Google it.
I don't know, but I feel like they need to be done with this because I thought I heard last time was going to be the last time they do the turn clock stuff.
So I actually do better on the other time zone than I do on this time zone. This one fucks me up, bruh. This one is not my cup of tea. This one, no, I don't. So which one you gonna choose if you do change it? It's just stupid.
I think this is the one that fucks it up. I think the one in the summer is the original time. I could be wrong.
So is this considered daylight? So by me living in Michigan, for me, if we stay on the other time zone, for those babies who are going to the bus stop early, it's dark as hell outside. So that's my only issue with them changing it, is because it's babies who got to go to the bus stop by themselves, and it's extremely dark if you stay on the other time zone when winter hits. So my issue with it, I think about the kids and things like that. Because I remember even looking at before when I would take my daughter to the bus stop, these little kids, it was a family of 4, and I remember, and the big siblings would be way ahead of these little kids who running behind, and I'm like, if it was dark, I couldn't imagine, like, you know what I'm saying, like them just going to the bus stop, and you never know what people's situations are where they may have to go to work or do something else. So that's why, I don't know, that's my issue with them fixing something, though I'm sleepy. That's my issue with them trying to change it, is
I guess. But did you know it originated for farmers?
No.
Apparently, I don't know. This is what my husband said. I don't know if it's true or not.
Did you fact check this? He be knowing stuff, but I mean,
because he be knowing stuff, but I feel like he be making up shit on the spot sometimes. I be like, you just made that up. It sounds good, but you just made that up.
I mean, it's your husband, so you be trusting what he's saying, but I'm a fact check it. Where did daylight savings?
Yeah, he said it was because of the farmers getting that extra daylight to be able to go out and actually like do the work on the fields or whatever. And he's like, we don't need that shit no more because everything automated now.
DST was first implemented in the U.S. and with the Standard Time Act of 1918, a wartime measure during World War, in the interest of adding more daylight hours to conserve energy resources. Year-round DST or wartime was implemented again during World War II. Longer and lighter days were supposed to save energy, reduce traffic accidents, and help people become more active. But clocks started to roll back in 1916, when Germany became the first country to observe daylight saving time to conserve fuel, according to the congressional. See what I'm saying? He just be making some shit up. See, this is why I don't trust people. This is why I
See?
don't trust. I got the fact check. You can't just tell me something. I'll be like,
Yep.
okay, I'm gonna roll with it. No, I'm gonna fact check your shit and see if it's true. Not saying
Right.
that maybe they didn't think about the farmers in the, when they did it, but at the same time, they it that wasn't it,
Okay. Well.
husband.
Okay. Whatever. So we talking about forgiveness.
Ooh,
Forgiveness.
child.
Forgiveness. You know, forgiveness. Yeah, that's tough for me, because I'm not a real forgiving person. Let's just put it out there. I will hold a grudge like a mug till the day I die. And it's probably unhealthy, but I didn't cut some people off.
Bro, you will cut somebody off without even thinking twice about it and be like going on with your life.
Yeah,
Me, on the other
yeah.
hand, I'd be like, you need a second chance. Come on back.
And the third and the fourth.
Okay, calm down, little mama. Calm down. Okay. Like I've had some really, 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 really fucked up things happen to me, and I have forgiven. Like I have had a former person steal my debit card, steal my money out,
Mm,
and that's pretty much robbing me. And I forgave them and started being their friend and hanging around them again. Took me a
mm.
couple years to get there, but I did it. Like that shit is crazy to me because at that point you should have been cut off.
Well, how is it? It's crazy to you now that you didn't cut them off when all of your other
Now,
friends were
yes,
looking at you sideways, telling you why the fuck we still fuck with her, why she's still invited to the shit, why is this person still around?
it was more like how she came back because I really did cut her off for like a couple years.
Huh?
I didn't talk to her for a couple years.
We have to fact check
Yes,
that
and
one.
then dude, and then she sent me a birthday invitation in the mail. And best friend was like, let's go. And I was like, I don't know. Whatever. So I went. And then that's how we started talking again. Ironically, we're not beefing now. We're just no longer cool. And that at that point that she did anything to me, I just realized that our relationship, we had outgrown each other relationship wise.
Mm.
And I just don't know. I don't no longer think we need to be intertwined on a regular basis.
So you are not talking not because this person's a thief, but just because y'all grew apart.
For me, it was
Just ask. I'm just trying. Let's analyze this here
no,
now.
the stealing for me has nothing to do with us not being friends. It was a matter
Okay.
of
Cool. So next time I come to your house, I'm stealing something, and we gonna be cool after that.
bitch, you
Okay?
steal my time.
I did, or was that you
Yes.
stealing my jewelry? I don't recall.
No, bitch, because I hardly ever wear jewelry. No, I did not steal your jewelry. You have a cabinet full of jewelry. I don't wear jewelry. Never have really been that into it.
I don't recall this.
Hmm.
Vaguely, maybe. Either way, what does it take for Shauna to cut somebody off? And is that okay? Is that good of you? Because I have my perspective, but that don't mean I'm right. Right? Maybe it's good of you to be like, oh, you know what? It's cool. They apologize. I'm good. We can still do hang out.
I think that I don't know what it takes for me to cut somebody off. Like I really don't. I feel like
Mm.
everything is situational on what happens to it because on the previous episode I talked about how I circled the block several times on dudes who should have been cut off rip.
Mhm.
Like, do I
Right.
cut you off the first red flag? Do I cut you off after the first time you mess up? Like, when does it okay to cut off? Like,
Yeah. And I think this goes back to what I talked about in another episode about my high standards. I think it plays into that because I have a certain standard, and like you come up short, you gotta go. It's over. It's over with. It's a wrap. So it's like the first, like when I was dating, the first red flag, I'm like, oh no, I'm good, and that was it. That was it. Like I went on so many first dates, and that was it. It's crazy.
but realistically, if you didn't forgive your husband for some things he did in the past, you wouldn't have a husband right now.
That is absolutely correct.
So you
Absolutely
do
correct.
have some realm of forgiveness on people that you truly care and love about, and it's not been maybe it be things leading up to that and you don't realize it. That makes you be like, all right, I'm good. And if it's somebody new to first date and it's a red flag, then maybe it's one of those things where you have nothing vested in them, so it doesn't matter that
Yeah.
what they did, because
I
I don't have anything.
yeah, I think I don't think I cut people off for the first offense like that because there's one person I was like besties with, and we had a couple of little issues, but I felt like the thing that I had to like cut is when I realized like you're toxic as fuck. Basically is what it boiled down to. And I just didn't want that negativity. I was having my first child when it happened. And I was like, you did what? You said what? It was some things that was said, and I was like, I thought we was way better than that. Why are you talking shit? You were basically talking shit about me. And so I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. But there had been other little things throughout the years, wasn't like our first whatever. But it's like also I felt hoodwinked, like that's not who I thought you were. But then when I look back, yeah, that's pretty much who this person was. It just wasn't towards me.
I
I,
I remember the situation. And I remember you found out just other things that was like being said or done. So it was like, fuck all that. I'm done. I'm straight. I'm entering this new era of life, and I don't need that. Which totally makes sense.
hmm
Um, for
I just
me,
feel like
go.
when it's time, you gotta go. So now you blocked on everything. Not all my people gotta block you, and it's just like cut, snip, done, finish. We're done. But what's dumb is when that's why everybody else gotta block you. Because if I block you, you can't see my life. I can't see your life. But this whole time, my husband was still connected, and I'm like, wait a minute. This whole time, I'm thinking this bitch is blocked, and you still friends with her.
And I think because of how you guys know each other, and it's so much more intertwined. It's ways that you can be seen in other ways.
Yeah.
Like, so it's almost inevitable. I mean, yes, your husband is a whole different story. Sir, let that
Yeah.
go. But for like the rest of us in our friend group, you can't be like, hey, y'all need to, because that's your beef is not our beef with that person, and we've known them a long time too.
And that's
So
fucked up because whenever you get blocked, we all get blocked with you.
that's because, once again, I'm gonna tell you this again, in force. So when that force comes through and they don't want to fuck with me, they don't fuck with y'all either.
Well, that's fucked up because what did we do? We were just here.
And I get so many calls. Y'all, you done got me blocked again. First of all, I didn't get you fucking blocked. The
Yeah.
motherfucker is angry as fucking. Why the fuck do you care if they fucking blocked you? You don't even care for real.
But I ain't do nothing. I get blocked because by association. Man.
Low key, my cousin, each time he has a girlfriend and they break up, I am like the first person I get blocked with him. I ain't even do nothing. I really like you. Why you block me?
We'll have to figure that out. Why is that?
Like, dang, I'll be like, dang, well, that girlfriend's gone off my timeline. That's crazy. I'll be like, you got me blocked. He'd be like, it be all right. The
You
current
know,
girlfriend, I don't even, he never gonna add me, and they got kids together and everything. Because you ain't gonna do that. If y'all break up, you ain't gonna do block me. Then I ain't even gonna be able to get to see the babies no more. So
oh,
I'ma just roll with my punches and do what I do.
you know, I hate that situation where, because my husband and his friends be having these situations, and I get caught up where you got this new girl, whatever. We all cool. I become cool with the girl. So now me and the girl hanging out, whatever, chit chat, and then y'all break up. So I gotta now break up with the girl too. And my husband be looking at me like, yeah, she's done. You can't talk to her. And I'm
See,
like,
this is
that's messed up.
why I ain't getting close to nobody else girlfriends. Because why I gotta break up with them? What I like them.
Right. Oh my God, one girl with one of his friends. She was coming to my house. We were sitting around drinking wine, like I am right now, sipping my wine.
I still gotta go parent after this.
And and like we built a friendship, and then we found out that she had a common friend with my husband's ex. So I was like, oh. So we was bonding and talking and just,
I don't even
child.
know who this is.
The
Keep on.
next girl came, and we opened her with, we welcomed her with open arms. And I told this chick, I was like, yo, he got a new, and I did meet her, she was hot. She was hot. And I'm like, well, what was I supposed to do?
Right, there's
You
nothing
feel
I
me?
can do about it.
Like, I didn't know what I was supposed to do in that situation, because she was hot, because was, I guess as cool as you could be with a new person, but
Right.
like, this is my husband's very, very close friend's new girl. So we're going to welcome her the same way you were kind of welcomed, but now it's not your turn no more.
Now
So
it's not your turn, dog.
we
It's not
can't
your
be
turn.
friends. We can't be friends now. We can't be cool still because I'm cool with new boot. Like, damn. And that has happened a few times with the friend circle with my husband. Okay. And I'm like, this too stressful. Because bitch is mad at me cutting me off.
See, that's what I don't have I don't, well, I don't know. I don't have exes that I want y'all to cut off. Y'all cut them off anyway because they probably did some trash shit. Well, once again, I put on, so let's talk about like Nelly and Ashanti being back together. And how she made what's the whole song that she made and everything, breaking up. Oh,
I didn't hear about this. I don't know.
like she made a song right after they broke up. It's funny because at his birthday party that she just did for him, she the way that I love, and she literally, so she was circled the block. They're back together. Every picture you see, Nelly smiling. Nelly smiling. Like, she done clearly forgave you and let you back in for everything. I don't want us to get cut off on YouTube, so I'm trying to like get the words to the song without like playing the song. Right. After all this time that we tried, I found out that we were living a lie. And after all this love that we made, I know that now you don't love me the same, the way that I love you. Like, she forgave you, let you back in, because y'all tried, and then you still fuck. So now, umpteen years later, I don't know how many years it's been since they broke up and went back together, but I feel like it's been a long time. You smiling and cheesing. So she forgave you. I put on Facebook recently, I said, I don't give a damn if any of my exes ever smiled as fucking big in life. I ain't circling the fucking block because I don't have that much forgiveness for you. Like, I don't even have a grudge against you. I just don't care if you fucking smile. Not with me or with anybody else.
I think, of course, to me, it's different when it's your man. That's like the most intimate person. And when they do some shit, you don't really want to like leave or let them go. You want them to fix the shit. You know what I mean? And I think for me, I I'd have been through some bullshit, some of these dudes. And I continuously was still around and still there and still, so I think with dudes I'm not as cut if you already made weaseled your way into my heart, if that makes sense. So these new
But
dudes I'm going on a date with, it's whatever.
it's because you're
That
not vested. But the thing is, so you said that, like, so with the dudes that you've been with, you forgive. But when you tell your friends and family what the fuck they did, we don't forgive as fast as you do sleeping with
oh
them.
oh no, we can't no, we don't disclose that
Like,
information to family. Friends is a little different because you kind of need to vent to them, whatever. But family, my sisters just got the stories about my ex, about my current husband. They just got those because I already know,
they would have been what, baby? If they would have went through the trenches with us,
bruh. Nah,
he would not be their Bill.
nah,
Okay, he would
nah,
be her husband.
nah. Because we are very,
Especially,
very close now.
especially the flack that you give they dudes. What,
What
bruh?
you're mad? Don't come to me with no foolishness. You
Yeah, they
feel
tell
me?
you way
Because
too
I
soon.
don't want you to do dumb shit. Because I recognize the dumb shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I recognize the fucking you're getting by these dudes and stuff like that. And it's like I will always say you have to not settle. And I mean, yeah, I did forgive, but it wasn't without effort. Niggas was like crying and shit. You feel me? Like begging and putting in work to get back in my good graces. So it was not like an easy, oh, you fucked up. Oh, okay, well, it's cool. It was like, nah, we're done. And it was like always like, but Mel, but Mel, but Mel, but Mel, I'm here. I'm sorry, please, please, baby, please.
listen. When I,
You love the person eventually, you know.
but once again, it goes back to your friends not loving you in these situations with your friends not liking your partner and they looking at him sideways and you like the fuck, you back with this whole ass nigga. Because I know I've dealt with that. I know you've dealt with that because I didn't like your husband for a long time. It took a
Nobody
long
did.
time for me to fucking like him.
Nobody did. One person on my friend group was still very, very nice and respectful, and he always, to this day, rest her soul, she was always still the same towards him. The rest of y'all hoes, psh. And it
None.
was to the point where, remember, we talked where he called everybody up.
Call buddy. I remember sitting at my dad's house like, this nigga won't. I just want to let you know that, I'm going to do better and I'm sorry for, like, so you're apologizing, you're asking for forgiveness, but the people that he called are very like, no, I'm action based. Your actions speak louder than your words. And just for you to go after you did all the begging and pleading
Sure
for
did.
forgiveness.
He surely did. That's what I'm
So
saying. It's a lot. We are great. We are happy now, but Lord Jesus, it took a minute. It took a minute for us to get here because he was on that bullshit. And I unfortunately, well, fortunately, I guess, I just really loved him. I just felt like he was my person. I just always felt so drawn to him. Like when he would just be there, I would just be happy that he's just there. There was nothing he needed to do for me to feel happy. His existence was my joy. That's crazy. And
it's real
so,
crazy because you didn't even want to be married in life. So for this to be your person and your
exactly.
actual husband, and you were always the one where people have fairy tale weddings planned out in their head as little girls, and you're like, I don't want to get married.
Nah,
And not
I
for this
didn't.
man to be your person and your actual husband. Not the 2-year contract you on my life. I'm like, that 10-year contract sound good. She was on the fuck something. Like,
Yeah, 2-year contract is way better than a lifetime of commitment. Like, let's be real. Shit changes. People change. Expectations change. Circumstances change. Wants change. Desires change. Like we all change. So after let's try it out for 10 years. See what's up. At 10 years, then we decide. Okay, we're gonna do this again for another 10. Maybe we negotiate and do it for 5. Whatever.
Like realistic, because to me that is setting. Society has a tendency to go off of what
Hmm.
the storybook fairy tale is for your life, instead of making your own rules for your marriage, your relationships, your friendships. What is, we want the white picket fence in everything, and that's not reality. So if both of y'all cheaters and y'all together, why not be together but not have a monogamous relationship? But y'all know y'all are the person, and you guys are very open and honest with everything. Why is, if that works for you, why not see what works for you in your relationship? But the problem is, it also has to work in both, for both people. If this person wants a monogamous relationship and this person does not, then what do? That means this is not work. This is not an equally yoked, and that's not even just biblical. That is, this does not work for us. So are you going to be able to forgive them when they go out because they
Hmm.
told you, they were honest, like, hey, I want this? How do you feel about that? Like, that's a whole nother topic. Maybe I need to add it to the list. Uh,
Well, I think it's definitely in the vein of forgiveness when you talk about when we go off and do these things and then try to
yes,
come back and how the other person's gonna feel, da 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 da, that whole dance. I feel like I totally agree with you because we do a lot of things in our marriage that's not typical societal.
especially with you guys being Caribbean, like from being from the Caribbean in the
Hmm.
traditional setting of what a husband and wife looks like in your
Girl,
household. Like, and your husband is Haitian, like they
bruh,
hardcore
bruh.
of what they
And you
feel
know
the
what's
woman.
funny? Yeah, because I always kind of felt like a little bit, not like that, but a little bit like that. I'm not like his mom or his sister, where they slave in the kitchen every day, morning for breakfast, lunch, dinner. The man got this hot meal, ready to go, and I just be like, mm. And it's funny because we were living with them for a while, and he used to get up and cook me breakfast, me and my son, and they used to be talking so much
It's his son
shit.
too. It's not. It's his son too. Y'all son.
Whatever. It's his son. It could be his son too. Whatever. But it was like chatter, basically like, "What are you doing?" La, 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 la. That's just not the way that they live. And even his sister came, put me to the side, and was like, "Yo, that's not how we roll." I'm like, "That's not how we roll. Like, he know who I am, and that's not my thing like that. So what if he wants to cook for his family? What's the problem?" you know? And she was kind of like, "Oh, okay, I guess, whatever." And he was just like, "It is what it is. I don't care what y'all talking about." And I
And
love that.
it's crazy too, because you grew up well, your mother is literally the person that's going to have dinner on the table
Hmm.
ready and chafing dishes so people can eat, and whether she got to go to work or maybe like, so it's not like you were raised in a non-traditional household where you didn't see that. That's just not how you roll. And I love how you guys have made whatever it is work for your family and your household, and not think about what other
Hmm.
people deem as okay.
Yeah. And it's funny too. One time we were talking, I don't remember how it came up, but basically he was just like, "I couldn't be with a Haitian woman." I was like, "Oh, that's good to know." It's just that I don't think he's into that, that traditional old school.
And your husband
He's not into
thoroughly enjoys cooking. You can tell by how on our live, everybody was like, we talked. The people were coming in talking about the food, and people complaining like, "Wait, I didn't get that meal because he cooked for all of us."
it.
Like, I know when I come in town, let me bring some grocery money because I'm gonna get me some meals made. I ain't got to worry about nothing. Breakfast is being brought to me. Dinner is being brought to me. I may have to fend for myself on lunch, but that's fine. It's certain things I want to eat when I'm there anyway, so I'm gonna take the card and go get it. Um, but yeah, like that's like, he likes to serve in that aspect. Like, he enjoys cooking. He
Yeah.
enjoys that. So that's his
Yeah.
love language of feeding you. So I'm gonna take all that love language in. Feed me, sir.
Hmm. Yep. And I'm fine with that because I'm not interested in being in the kitchen. I'm an administrative bitch. Put me in no kitchen. Give me a keyboard, a computer. I
Listen,
remember one
I
time.
guarantee you all these kids' appointments are together. I
Oh,
guarantee
for
you that
sure.
you make sure they eat. I make sure that they get to where they need to go.
Exactly. for sure. But all this PTAs, appointments, doctor's appointments, physicals, all these things are happening. He don't have a clue. He really don't. I don't even tell him for real. Sometimes I'm like, oh, such and such going on. But he ain't involved in all of that. It's a lot. But I got that part. One time I was working with this nonprofit. We had like a food sale, fish fry, something. And of course I'm there helping, and I was just kind of like, and the lady was like, "You are so administrative. You can't even." I'm like, "You damn right. I'm not really into that. Like, I do a little, something, but like, some women just have that. I'm gonna roll my sleeve and get in the kitchen and do my thing.
Mhm.
I am not. Nah, I'm good.
I mean, you gotta. That's to me being the yin and the yang and knowing what works and what doesn't for you. And I think nowadays people are so stuck on the traditional setting of what a relationship should be, so they lose that, and
Yeah,
they want to hit the biblical. Well, I'm the head and blah blah blah. But what is that like? Yes, you can
I'm the
still be the
neck.
head. You can't move, baby. You can't move without your neck. Listen, you can't move without your neck. Stop telling me you the head because you don't move without me. Okay?
That part.
Like if you want to get biblical, I came from your rib, not your backbone. Okay? You don't lead from the back, we lead from the side. We're next to each other, okay?
mm.
So don't play with me. I got a whole don't play with me.
mm. Yeah, I feel that for sure. For sure, for sure. Because he was on his one time him and his friend had a little podcast situation. They used to go live on Facebook and talk about these things. And I used to be looking at him like, is that how you feel? After the thing over with in the bed, like, so is that what you want? Because they used to be on there talking about you gotta submit, you gotta be submissive. And I used to be like,
Listen, we will all be
and
going ham in them comments.
bruh, and I'm like, let's define the word, like all of this stuff. And I'm like, it's like docile, like all these things, like kind of like weak and like, man, you got me fucked up. That ain't me. So if that's what you looking for, baby.
We might as well call this quits because this ain't
Let's
it.
see what's up in 10 years. I don't know about that contract because it's like you just have to know who you marry, and you have to know that certain things you're gonna work with, and you got to know certain things you're not working with.
I I I feel that in my future relationships, really going to be more voice what I because I feel like so over the pandemic I was in a relationship in the first few months, and even bleeding up into the pandemic, before my father passed, my father was sick. I was working. I'm washing all these fucking clothes. I'm making sure this motherfucker got dinner on the table. And I
Mm,
actually enjoy cooking. Not even an issue for me, but I also enjoy fine dining. Okay, I actually enjoy going out to eat. And
mhm,
I'm like, I'm losing myself. I'm like, I'm washing way more clothes because this nigga works a manual fucking labor job. So he comes in and literally strips of all these clothes, showers, and put on another set of clothes. So that's 2 sets of clothes every day that I got to motherfucking wash.
mhm,
Loads of clothes. I'm like, I fucking hate laundry. I hate this here. And I'm like, being what society deems as something. And then you're not even my motherfucking husband. And I'm doing all this. That shit's
mm,
insane to me. And I am not doing
mm.
it
So
again.
what do you feel is the line? Because I feel like we tend to do wifely duties before we get the ring. What do you feel
Dog.
like is the line? Like, okay, I'm not doing that because I'm not your wife. Is there a line? Yeah,
I
look at
that is really a hard question of what because I feel like we do the things based on we want you to see me as a wife material. But if me cooking and cleaning all the goddamn time defines wife material, because I'm not gonna do all that shit when we get married. So I'm setting you up for motherfucking failure and for us to have an issue.
Mm, yeah.
So yeah, no. Cleaning is not what I like. Not enjoy cleaning. So I'm gonna tell you that I do not enjoy cleaning. Like you might need to hire us a maid or something. Like I can do the bare minimum, but I am not the person that is on the knees scrubbing the baseboards. Like that's not me, and I'm not gonna do it. So you probably should get us a maid that comes in every couple of weeks or something to do a deep cleaning of our house. That's our compromise.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to
definitely.
set you up where now we beefed out over this. No, let's get to this
Right.
ahead of time. Let's do that.
Yeah, and I think it's just all expectations, setting the expectations, and also defining the expectations with each other. Where, okay, don't expect this from me, but I expect this from you. Do you expect that from me? Having those type of conversations, because there's so many things that I feel like you don't even realize is a thing until you get married.
Listen, I have because I am in the industry. I
Hmm.
look at people in our meetings because most of the time I am dealing with just the bride, and then I do sometimes have the grooms who want to be heavily involved, and the brides are like, "What the fuck?" Or where we have our final meeting, and the groom finally comes, and the groom is like, we doing what? That's what the fuck I be looking like. Do you motherfuckers have conversations?
Hmm.
Have y'all talked about what it looks like to y'all for this wedding and what you guys want? Or did you not know that your partner was going to have an issue with what you want or don't want? Or did you even ask them I feel like people don't fucking communicate, and then now you're asking for forgiveness because you don't fucking communicate.
I think the planning of the wedding is such a great indicator of how y'all marriage is gonna go. I feel like I'm a firm believer that the one of the biggest things that is missing in marriages is that sense of partnership, because me and my husband, we partners to the end. This we in this thing together, right? From finances to the household to the everything is like it's a team. I realize so many people that are married are not good teammates,
And I
and
feel like,
it comes out. I know it comes out magnified in that wedding planning process.
baby, baby, you wouldn't even understand because they're my clients. I give examples, but you would never realize how many like times I'd have sat in a meeting like,
Mm,
okay, what do you want? Let's see how we can, because truly people don't realize wedding planners become counselors
mm,
and problem solvers and peacemakers between parents. Everybody who has a financial stakeholder in your wedding, I become a part of trying to make everybody happy and cohesive. And when it comes to the bride and groom, like I want y'all to make it past next week. So let's talk this through about what we gonna do. Let's see how we can what they
mhm.
want and what you want, and let's make it cohesive. Um. So yeah, I don't want to become a wedding podcast because I will start. Uh, and
Mm,
yeah, myself. I love event planning, and that's it. So here we are.
yeah.
But I feel like don't. That's when you are literally in your relationships in marriages asking for a lot of forgiveness because you don't communicate and you're forgiving, but you can't change someone. So you got to learn how to not always have to forgive. You need to communicate properly. So then you're not always coming back to you asking for forgiveness for something that you did. Like, what's the words I'm looking for? Fucking communicate. Shit. Like, if you know your partner, you know your person and what they want and don't want and what makes them tick and don't tick. I feel like knowing that is a big part of the relationship. And I feel like part of being single is me. If I have lived evaluating the people relationships around me, and I'd be like, I don't want shit like that. That shit don't
Mhm.
work for me. That's what I'm not going
Yeah.
to do. This is what I need to do better in my own self. It made me self-reflect and self-evaluate because I
Mhm.
don't want to always come back and ask because I don't apologize well.
I've gotten a lot better at apologizing. But also I've gotten better at not doing shit I need to apologize for in the first
That's my
place.
whole point.
I
Let
got
me
better
not do
at
shit I gotta apologize for so then I don't have to
yeah.
ask for forgiveness
Yeah.
because I'm stubborn as fuck and I might sit in the corner for a little while and not ask for forgiveness.
Yeah. Because, I was very harsh very abrasive, as you would call it, aggressive. Um, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm like that, and I've started to try to more embrace things with love, you know, because it is all about the love. I'm pissed based on something to do with love. So instead of just flying off the handle and be like, what the fuck? What the hell? Why did you do some stupid shit like that? Right? It's okay. And I just, breathe. I hold it, which I don't like doing, but I do hold it because I know if I speak at that moment, it's not gonna be good. And then it's gonna make shit worse. So I try to hold it, and then later, when everybody cool and calm and I've thought through some things, hey, babe. So, this is how I feel about that, or this, why did you do that earlier? That was kind of, I felt, right? And that way we're having an actual conversation.
And not screaming match where nothing gets
Because
solved.
at the end of it all, if I would have took the first route, the issue wouldn't even been the issue. The issue would have been you yelling and da da da, and it created a second issue on top of the original issue.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I've learned to okay, let me bring it back, calm it down. And my kids also help me with that because I don't want them to feel like we're in a house of yelling and da 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 because that's not healthy. Who wants that? So it's just like, let's all calm. Everybody just relax. We could talk about this. We got
And
words.
that's too the thing about when you apologize or ask for forgiveness. You can't expect people to just because you said I'm sorry, I apologize or forgive me to at that moment
Mm-hmm.
be like, okay, and move on. Because no, people are human, people have feelings, people need to process. They need to think through the situation. So just because you said I'm sorry or I apologize doesn't mean at this moment I have to forgive you. It
But
doesn't mean that
also,
I am ready to even forgive you.
it's your delivery too. If you be like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. And people be da 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 too. And da 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 da. And coming up with all these other reasons as to why it's still justified what you did. No, that's not. No, like it needs to be heartfelt, and like you said, after that, the actions need to align with what you were saying.
And like in recent time, like I'm very person of bite the bullet and not say how things bother me. It just because I realize in life that a lot of times people don't really give a fuck how shit makes you feel. They'll apologize to
Mm,
like push shit over, but you're really
mm,
not hearing or listening to what I'm saying. So now I'm intentional on how I word things and tell people how your actions made me feel. And I know they are my feelings, but if you give a fuck about me and how I feel, and me as a
mhm,
person and what I are in your life, how I feel should matter when I tell you that. And if it doesn't, when I tell you that, that means now I need to move accordingly on how I fucking work. Because I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not perfect by motherfucking far. I can be very harsh. I can be abrasive. I can be very, yeah. But I also very cognitive when I do that of, fuck, I may not have, should have done it that way. Or if somebody
mhm.
tell me, I'm like, you are absolutely right. What I did was not right. I probably should have handled it a different way. I apologize. And I'm sincere with that because I really do want your forgiveness. But if
Right.
I tell you that there is an issue, or if you tell me there's an issue and I'm like making an excuse for what I did, and it may not have been my intention, and I'm gonna let you know, I did not do that in malice. That was not my intentions. This is what I was trying to do. But when it's an excuse and an excuse that is very narcissist
Mhm.
or self-absorbed,
Yeah.
then that's where the issue comes in with forgiving. Like now, it's hard for me to forgive you because I don't. I think you're just saying. People say I'm sorry, and I'm very big on. I'm an action person. My love language is acts of service. So your words mean nothing to me. Your actions mean so much more.
Mm, yeah. And I think it also when you say sorry, but and all this, it's also a lack of accountability, and it's probably some insecurity that's coming out where you don't want to be exposed or expose yourself to admitting you have an issue with this thing, whatever happened. Because when someone that you love, supposedly that you love, is telling you, "Hey, that hurt my feelings," and all you could do is spew all the reasons why it shouldn't have, or you know what I mean, like, and you're not internalizing and realizing, damn, I did that to her, or I made her feel that way. You got issue. You got an issue. You need to work that out with yourself and your therapist, right? And I've learned that over time as well. Like a lot of the times when I'm offensive or defensive, after da da da, and I'm like, but you, it's my insecurity because I already know, and I feel like you're attacking me because I'm insecure about that thing. And I feel like there's a lot of grown ass people out here carrying that type of shit.
Baby, baby, so many. I lost my thought. Dang. That's that 40 kicking in, dog. When you just lose that shit is crazy. But once again, I'm an acts of service type person. But my ex, like, he said I'm sorry so many fucking times. And to me, there was never changed behavior. It was a Band-Aid. And you never change your behavior. Like, look, that's how the fuck I got pregnant. I was done. Cut that nigga off. And then next thing you know, tears shedding. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stalk you where you at. And look, nigga, I'm on a date. Like, the fuck? Why do you keep calling? And I'm sorry, baby, please. I'll never do it again. And then I wound up pregnant because you know what I'm saying. Like you told me, and that I think that may have been even the turning point of me not believing words and believing actions. Like, I'm very big on don't tell me, show me. Show me that show me that I do not like listen, don't give me no fucking words. That's just where I'm at with life. Don't give me no words. Show me.
Mm-hmm. And for me, I want the words.
See? And I don't.
And I feel like growing up I didn't get words. I feel like now my husband is not a man of many words. Not meaningful words. He can talk a lot of shit, but just like meaningful words.
That's gonna pour into
why
you.
all the times that he got really profound in his words, I remember. Cause he's not expressive. And that's like a little bit of cause I need the words. I'm like, you don't say nothing.
Tell me I'm amazing. Tell me you love me.
Yes.
Pour into me. Tell me how beautiful I am today.
Yes.
Tell me that. And it's funny because I'm just the fucking opposite from you with that.
Nah,
like people be like, you cute. I be like, I know. Like, I need people to hype me up and be my hype man. Like, they be like, oh, you did. Thank you.
And that's been an issue because I feel like he don't know how to compliment me, but he's scared. He's working on it to get better. His compliment will be like, oh, that's what we doing. Oh, so you got me out here looking scruffy, but okay. That's his way of saying you look good. But I will say this weekend, he said, okay, I see you. You looking all pretty with the red. Okay, I like it. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad I know that about you. Let me pour into you a little more and say that you're pretty. Because I'm more of because when people be like, nice, I be like, I know that, but then they be like, bitch, I just gave you a compliment and you said I know. you ain't said thank you yet. Yeah. So yeah, here we are. But that, to me, that is getting to know who you're dealing with, knowing, like, once again, certain people I don't say certain to, or I know how to say it to them so they can receive it. And I have even like stopped. I'm like, let me figure out how to say this to you so you can receive it properly and I don't come off, because I don't want you to feel a certain type of way. I want to protect how I make you feel, because I feel like that's important to protect. To protect people that you love. That's like, I'm a natural protector with my friends. Like how we talked about exes and forgiving. I remember cussing one of your exes out on Facebook and you were like, oh my God. I'm like, fine, I'll go delete it. Like, because I'm a natural protector. So that's probably why I take a lot. I forgive, you know what I'm saying? Like, I forgive people way more, and I don't cut people off because I'm a natural protector. So let me protect your feelings. I don't want to hurt your feelings. Process. I want to fucking hurt, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just naturally a protector. So
But
let
I
me protect.
feel like, the thing about it, when you grow and you learn and you figure out more about life, you figure out how to say things that would hurt, but with the least amount of hurt. You know what I
Right.
mean? I seen this clip with Kevin on stage and his wife, and she was saying like, you need to be real and like tell me the issue. And he was like, oh, you want the issue? Okay, here go. And she was like, whoa, don't think you about to tell me the truth without being kind. I was like, ooh, bitch, man. I like, that's facts, because that's how I was. Oh, you want the truth? All right, right. But it can still be the truth, but you don't have to deliver it with such aggression.
That's
And
that sandwich we talked that listen, let me take these
yeah,
two pieces of bread and aim information and put it in between the two pieces of bread and serve it to you, opposed to just slap you with a piece of meat. Don't nobody want me
yeah.
slapping no piece of meat. I mean, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely I think it boils down to basically knowing who you're dealing with, but not just knowing, but caring and infusing your responses into knowing who you're dealing with, and the way you deliver things, and then holding yourself accountable and not getting defensive when somebody tell you something that you don't like because it was a reflection of your imperfections, and then just saying things with love.
And I'm very big in the person that if someone says something to me and I disagree, I'm gonna go get a couple of different opinions on it. Like, is this how you perceive me?
Mm,
Is this how you? And I'm like, and if several people say, I'm like, dang, all right, cool. Let me take this in. But if you are perceiving me from a different point, and I'm like, I don't get that. I don't see that with myself. But once again, the worst thing is ever that sticks and stones may break your bones, but words never hurt you. When someone says something to me, because literally going to replay that shit in my head. I'm not a person that easily, when you say things to me, I brush it the fuck off. I don't do that. I'm going to internalize, I'm going to process it, I'm going to self reflect and like, damn, is that how I'm
mm,
perceived? Is that what people do? Like, I cannot get offended when people perceive me as a loud one because I'm fucking loud. I am going to be loud.
that you are.
Like, what I didn't use, people perceive me as the fucking evil friend. Because I'm really not the fucking evil friend. Like, I'm really sweet as fucking pie. I'm mean, but I'm not the evil friend.
Let's explore that. Because you said you mean, but you're not an evil friend. So what's the
And I'm not
distinction
even always
between
mean. It takes a lot for me to just get there. Like, you motherfuckers will sit there like this. I'm like, hi, how are you? Like, I'm talking to you. You have to make me mean. I am nice until I'm not. You have to literally do something to me for me to be like, I'll. And it's usually not people that are people that I may come into a circle, maybe somebody else's circle that I'm in, and where I'm like, I'm gonna come in. Like, like, if I come into a new group of your friends, I'm gonna be like, hi, how you doing? I'm not gonna be slow to warm. You come into a new group of friends, I'm like, bitch, okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna be
need
like
you
trying
to.
to see what's up first.
I'm coming in high. Like, I'm gonna have a conversation because I'm gonna see what's up through their fucking
Yeah,
conversation.
but that's a personality thing, that you're just bubbly and open and I am not. I am observant and I need to see the scene,
Very
because
fucking
I
slow
just
to
feel
warm.
like I don't want to be my real raw self and then people get offended
That
off
time
rip.
we almost got jumped in the backwoods of Alabama.
That was dumb. That was stupid. Like, what?
But you were your raw,
You ain't
authentic
did shit.
self. You were your raw, authentic self. But I also think that comes with age. We were 25.
I believe that if you put me in a similar situation and I've been drinking, it would probably play out the same at 40. So I don't know. It could not. It might not, but
I'm thinking back to girls' trips, and it probably would play out that same way. You never know. Never mind. Never mind. Fucking mind. You are absolutely
And
right.
that's why I typically stay quiet, because you know how that phrase of, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I'm gonna just chill. I'm
See,
chilling.
it's funny because when I was younger, I did not live my life by that. I said everything that came to my motherfucking mind. My auntie had a friend where I said something about her toe polish, and she hates me to this day
Mm.
because whatever came up came probably why people did not like me, and I learned like that is not my place. What the her toes not being polished ain't got nothing to fucking do with me. I don't even fucking care. Why
Mm.
I say that? Why I don't have any regrets now still, but um it's a lesson learned. Like, damn it, Shauna, everything that comes out, you don't have to say. Fears being one of those old people who say everything that come out their mouth. That's why I don't be liking old people, because they just say whatever the fuck come to their mind. That don't make it right because you old. Shut up.
But
No.
they don't care no more. That's the difference. See, I still kind of care how people, view me and their first impression and stuff like that, which is why I don't say shit. But I'm sure once you get a certain age, it doesn't like fuck care. So then I just gotta say what they gotta say. Hey, I don't know.
Listen, I never forget the lady we had. My grandma thought we was trying to put her in a nursing home. Lady came over. My grandma did not want to be at this meeting. She said, "I can't hear nothing. I can't see nothing." And then she looked at the woman and said, "You sure are white." Me and my mama sitting there like this.
Oh snap!
Why did you? The white woman knows she white. Why did you tell her that, grandma? But she felt
Is
like
that
she was old. She was gonna say that, me boo. Like.
is that? I wonder how that is in with white people, because we definitely say white, like white lady. We don't just say lady. When we're describing a situation and it was a Caucasian person, we'll say. So, like, I remember one time I was in Ross and my sister was on FaceTime because I was trying to get her some clothes because they didn't have a Ross where she was living. And so I was like, oh, what about this? What about this? And then she was like, not this white lady. And I don't know. And the lady heard. I was like, oh, my bad. She was like, it's fine. I'm like, do they care?
It's crazy because that's a good question, because we so hypersensitive. Some blacks don't want to be called black; they want to be called African American.
Yeah.
Some African black, like I be like, it's funny because I actually quite enjoy it when I see the white people who be like, because African American in the room, girl, I'm black. I'm okay with being called black. I embrace my black. I don't mind being called black. And I remember when I worked in selling memberships, this guy was like, I'm going to cross out the word African American and put black because I am black. I don't like to be referred to as African American, and I feel like that's your own personal preference. Like, just don't call
Hmm.
me a nigger or a colored,
Yeah.
and we ain't got no fucking issues.
Yeah. But yeah, but it's saying things out loud around people you don't know is risky because you don't know how they're gonna take it.
You don't know how they're gonna perceive it at all, and
So
it can
that's
be said.
why, yeah.
It's funny. It's cultural. It's things that you don't know. I feel like you're ignorant if you don't like, and they're not ignorant in a bad way, but you don't know what you don't know. You don't know how somebody's gonna perceive it. You don't know if it's offensive. Some things are offensive to people. Some things are not. So it's a matter of be cautious so you don't have to ask for forgiveness. Shit.
Yeah. Thinking about forgiveness, I I had gotten in a fight in high school over a boy,
Mm.
and I basically, started the fight. Hmm. And then,
Your mom
like,
should start at school too.
uh, look, conflict will happen. Okay, I teach my kids to defend themselves. Don't you get punked. Don't you get beat up. It's three of y'all. Make it happen. Anyway, so later, I don't know, a few weeks or something, she came to me and was like, I just wanted to, come and say I'm sorry about whatever the beef was, blah, blah, blah. So, no, it was me. I came to her because I was like, this is dumb. Because I watched some type of sermon and it was about forgiveness. I was like, this is stupid. Why we beefing? I went to her and I was like, listen, I just wanted to let you know that I'm sorry. Blah, blah, blah. And she was like, okay. And we were cool after that.
No beef.
And that was it.
Meanwhile, if I didn't like you back in the day, I don't like you now. But that's how it is.
Well, I don't know. I can't even think of people I didn't like versus now.
I can think of a couple. I can text you some names. If I see them, I will not speak like you don't fucking exist. I will walk through you, bitch. I
Oh,
don't. Like,
shit.
listen. I might even text you a name so you will know, bitch, through you. I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
I didn't like you then. I don't like you now. Ain't shit changed.
I'm
Like,
really trying to think
listen.
of people that I didn't like back in the day. I can't think of anybody.
I got you. I just sent you one. Bitch,
My shit
I
on Do Not Disturb, so I'm not going to get your alert.
told you I sent it
We're
to
recording
you.
a podcast right now, so I'm not
Okay,
getting
well, now you
text.
know. I see that bitch. I'm walking through her like I don't know her. She better hope I don't fucking bump her. Because, bitch, I don't like you then. I didn't like you from high school. I don't like you now. And it's funny because I have seen that person in passing. They don't look my way. I don't look their way. But
Well, there
I,
you have it.
and it's never even. But I will say, as I've gotten older, I don't hold grudges and I don't allow things to bother me and manifest me because that's my control. Like consume me because that's my control issues. If I allow you to stay pissed at you, and it's not even like I'm even pissed at her, bitch. I just don't like you then, and I don't care if I don't even know if I like you now, but I just don't want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're in control of me. If I'm walking around holding a grudge against you, and you living your best life and you have no clothes, you in control. Let that shit go. So yes, sometimes you have to be able to forgive without even an apology.
No, I've never done that.
Some people in life I feel like will never give me an apology, and I'ma forgive
Yeah.
you because you so fucked up you don't even realize you did something
Okay.
wrong.
What do you mean by forgive, right? Because if somebody did something and you didn't like it or whatever, and then 10 years go by, I'm not mad, but I didn't forgive you. So I don't even know what that means. Like, how
So
does that work? How do you move on without forgiving, or forgive without moving on? Or did you really forgive if you didn't move on?
if you don't even remember why you had an issue with this fucking person,
Let's
and
say you remember very clearly.
if you remember very clearly and it still bothers you, then no, you're not going to forgive apology. You're not going to even come to a resolution. But if it's something where I had a beef with you, we had an issue of beef, and I don't even really remember what the beef was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to decide if I want to even put this out there as something. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I want to say it. So I'll give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
You'll know the situation when I start telling it. Childhood friend, the situation like how my daughter just had,
Mm-hmm.
where that I've never got an apology for that, and that shit hurt. But I can be in the same
It
room.
had to do with a boy.
It had to do with a boy,
Okay.
and this was my best fucking friend.
So
Never
you said.
apologized,
Mm.
and
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. Like to this day, like apology I never got, but I don't got no beef. Like you know what I'm saying. Like we recently were home, took
So
pictures, whatever case
was
may be.
there, but was there forgiveness at some point in your journey in life?
Yes, because the nigga is trash and he's still trash. Once again, he don't even fucking exist. Like
Yeah. So at what point did at what point did you decide, oh, it's whatever, I forgive her?
when I realized he wasn't my first love, when I realized like I didn't love that nigga. That was childhood puppy
Okay.
something. I'm like, this is dumb. Like you know what I'm saying? Like and maybe it was even a fake thing, fake facade too, because I would still be in her presence or something. It was still, I don't know, but we were also kids then. But for a long time, like, nigga, we was mean. We went in her job and like threw shit on the fucking ground. Like, yes, I made you do that. I'll take that rap. Like,
see, I wasn't even gonna associate myself with that. You said we, so I was like, that's crazy.
Okay, well, it was you. Bitch, we went in her job and she put stuff on the rack. You took that shit off the fucking rack and threw that shit on the ground. It's fucked up.
You turned me into a bully.
You're welcome.
I let you influence me. That's horrible.
You're welcome.
No, that wasn't thanks. That wasn't a thanks.
But I never got an apology. But I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. It's like, it is what it is.
Okay, so do you feel like time will always allow you to forgive? You just need a certain amount of time.
I don't think in every situation. No.
So you think some things time will still not matter? You're still gonna be like, what the fuck? That was fucked up.
It's a situation from my past where somebody recently mentioned that person to me, and I'm looking like, I hate that motherfucker. Why the fuck are you even mentioning them to me? But I don't even think they know that I hate that motherfucker. So it's own internal issues with that person. So
that's what they say about forgiveness being about for you, not necessarily for that other person.
Exactly.
To let yourself.
Because that person actually could truly apologize, and I still wouldn't forgive them.
Damn.
You don't get your forgiveness. Rotten hell. So, I just feel like in order for me to just not forgive you, you have to have done something truly traumatizing to my life. Yeah, like I even exes and shit like that. Like, nigga who tried to circle back, he doesn't apologize for the bullshit, but it don't mean I gotta let you back in my life and let you be a part of where I'm at now in this stage of my life. No, you cool. I ain't got no beef with you. What up, though? Right. But you don't get to be in my immediate circle no more because you said, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah. That's my thing. Like, you're not allowed in my, you're not getting my energy. Whatever that looks like. Right? So don't call my phone. I'm not going to answer because that takes my energy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not giving you any more. You don't deserve my energy. So I will not be distributing my energy towards you. That's how I look at it.
And that makes sense. It makes sense. And yeah, like I don't know. The older I get, the more I'm limiting access to who has access to me and how you get to be a part of my life. And then because if I know you are a fucked up individual, I don't have to let you back in because we got years of history. That'd be the problem. Like, even people pick their bridesmaids and shit like that. Oh, because I've known them the longest. No, that don't mean I don't give a fuck how long I've known you. I don't have to allow you that type of access to me. Based on, I don't want to. Like, I can meet somebody tomorrow who may have a bigger impact on my life than somebody I've known for 15 years. Yeah. And they may show up and show out in ways that other people have not. And so, I'm very big on meeting you where you are now.
One of the dudes I used to mess with back in the day used to say, just because we have a past don't mean we have a future. I was like, spitting fire.
Church on that one. You gotta put a hallelujah dance up in there. Like, listen.
Yes. I was like, yeah, that's fact.
Because it's real talk. Like, I feel like some people are for a reason, some people are for a season. I don't regret anybody who I've crossed paths with because everybody has molded me into who I am. They have played a purpose in my life. They have done something. They have changed me in whether it be for good or bad or for whatever, but they have molded me. And I'm okay with who I am. So I don't have anything in my past where I'm like, I can't talk about or You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
everybody played a part. Though I tell people all the time, I only claim the dead exes. May they rest in peace. Because any nigga who said they fuck with me, they're lying. Because I don't know that nigga. I don't know that man. I don't know that man.
Yeah.
You played a part of me who I am. That's how I know your ass.
I hear you. I'm with you. Yeah. Forgive and forget.
No, I don't. But that's not
Not
true. You can't
everything.
forgive and forget.
Well, I definitely don't. I don't forget shit. Trust and believe.
You can't forgive and move on, but you don't forget. You are human. Listen, because
I
it would be topics where I was with my ex that had me shell shocked. Like, nigga, I done said I forget you, but this is giving me flashbacks and
mhm.
PTSD to some shit. And no, because I can't forget. I'm human.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's forgive. I think there's forget, and then I think it's move on.
Move on.
Forgiven or forgotten. You just keep moving on, as my husband say, and the world turns.
Oh, soap opera watching ass nigga.
The world turns.
Yeah, so that's the lesson for this one.
Mhm.
Is
I got a question for the people. I guess email your responses or a comment on the video if you're watching the video. But I got a question. Me and my husband was debating. If your ex died, passed away, kicked the bucket, right? Are you going?
say it again for the people.
If your ex, you're married, or in a very committed relationship with a new person, and your ex, a significant ex, not just a jump off or nothing like that, a significant ex passed away, are you going to the services? I need to know what the people think. You going, Shauna?
Remember, I this bitch. If they ain't already dead, I don't know them niggas.
Hey, you do not have children with this person, so it's not like a family tie situation.
One of my exes died over the last couple years, but I don't even know if they had a funeral for him. Because it was what I guess I don't know. If I was still with my other ex, would I have gone to that ex's funeral? I probably would have. Like,
The
because
second,
I mean,
okay, you would go, and the second part of the question becomes: are you taking your current spouse or significant other with you?
you don't know that nigga. What you need to go for? Nah, it's okay.
Okay. Okay.
What you need to go for? You don't know him. I probably won't even stay for the whole funeral. I'm gonna go pay my respects and I don't. That's an excellent question. Now, if I am married and he wants to go to be supportive, like
Mhm.
if I got married now and when when the father of my child dies, if my husband wants to go, like we're a unit, we're going. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's supposed to be. And at that point, if I got married, my child is grown, so there's no technically there would be no need for me to go other than support my child technically. But also that person played a major part in my life, so now it
Well,
would be, well,
that's
how hard
why
do I
that's
cry with my husband sitting next to me,
well,
you
this is
know?
see, no. To me, that's why I took that out of the equation. I said you do not have children with this person because that's a whole nother dynamic. Because my mama was definitely at my dad's funeral.
Mine was on the second row. Shit.
Okay. So I think that's different if you have kids. But there's no children, but he was a significant ex. Like y'all was together for a long time. Y'all had lived together, maybe built some type of life a little bit or whatever, maybe intended on being married, whatever. Very serious relationship with this person, and they kicked a bucket.
See, I'm a hard person for that question because I only have one major significant ex, which is the father of my child. So I don't because I don't cohabitate. And it used to be because my dad off, and I hadn't met a nigga worth my daddy cutting me off. Now I am willing to cohabitate if you gonna pay all the bills. So I can live a soft life.
Hey.
I'll cook dinner more than once a week, maybe like 3 or 5. You know, if you paying all the bills. Still not doing all that cleaning shit. You better get a maid. But yeah, so I'm a hard person for that question because I don't have that many significant exes who have played that major of a role in my life because, you know. But if for me, on the other hand, if I had a husband and he had a significant ex who he had no children with, and he was like, okay, come to the funeral with me, and that motherfucker cried too hard, I'll be like, okay, nigga, what the fuck? Was you still texting that bitch?
That's you crying so hard? What do you mean crying too hard, though? Like, somebody died, somebody that was important to you, somebody that, like you said, shaped, you know, part of your life, somebody who you shared a lot of life with.
I didn't say you can't cry, bitch. Don't be.
How can you cry too hard, though? How can you cry?
Nigga, don't snot nose. You better not have no snot drip.
It's sad. Somebody
leave my ass at home. Don't even take me. I'm good. I want us to be good when you get home. Leave me at home. So I told y'all niggas I got PTSD. I might get mad at the dead bitch. She did shit to me. Man might get to wondering and we might be good. Let me stay good, baby. I'm a you know, you had a rough day. What you want for dinner? You want your favorite dinner? Matter of fact, I might even treat us out to dinner or something today. Like, leave me at home.
Interesting. I would love to know what the people think about this.
I do too, because once again, leave my ass at home, baby. It's okay. Because remember, if you are happy and you are healed, I am single. Okay?
Oh, God. Here we go. Another one ad classified.
And healed. Okay? You have a job, a career, a business that is thriving. Happy and healed. Okay?
Let's wrap this up.
Alrighty, people. Until oh wait, did we tell her did we give her my product? It's been the same product, but listen, y'all 40 and y'all fucked up with the under the eyes, and y'all need some Grace and Stella. I got makeup on this box, but that's because it's an eye mask and it's for your face, and it's like an energy drink to your eyes. If you do not want dark circle eyes and you want to fix that, get some Grace and Stella's eye mask. Get you all the way together.
All right. Yes, that's it for this episode on forgiveness. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. Follow us on social media and answer the question. Email us or comment with the answer to the question about if your ex passed away, are you going to the funeral?
Because my dumb ass at home while my ex over there fucking boo-hooing.
Peace.
Bye. Do you have a topic or question for Melly Mel and Shawny? Well, email us at boldlyuntitledpodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at boldly_untitled_, on Facebook at Boldly Untitled Podcast, and on YouTube at Boldly Untitled Podcast.